What's up, guys? Uh, it's been a week and a half since OCC finished up, and I haven't actually given you guys like any pictures or anything. I did sign an NDA, so I can't talk about everything, but I'm pretty sure the pictures that have been provided are fine. So you can have a look at a few of them. This is from UNSW, LolSoc. Lols as well. I don't know if they like being called Lolsoc or not, honestly I have no idea. But one of the universities playing in the grand finals, so they took a bunch of photos. It's gonna take a while to load, because they're like pretty decent photos, and all my net's just bad. So like those are showing up pretty fine. Got some other stuff. Again, loading's a little bit slow. If it'll load at all. Never mind. Alright, so Riot also provided a few photos. You can see the players from the other team. Blue, or the guys with the blue lights behind them are UNSW. Guys with the red lights behind them are from UOA, which is New Zealand. Much more behind the scenes shots, so on and so forth. You can see them collecting their gear. The Logitech prizes were from, they went from Riot. That we negotiated with Logitech Harvey Norman for a joint sponsorship, and we managed to get out some pretty sweet prizes from them, so that was really cool. You can see the winning team there. Winning team again, winning team again, winning team yet again, and like some of their support staff kind of dudes. And then again, getting tickled to death, and then there's everyone. So, and that's second place again, and that's it. And the first image is loaded, yay! But like this is all from the one photographer. You can see the caster's room there. It is really just a room. The studio in OS is not quite the same level as the NA studio, so it's a little bit smaller than what you might expect, but they do play the angles really well, so it looks like really legit on stream. I also got this Baron pillow, so that's really cool. I would have liked to get paid too, but you know, oh well. I get a pillow instead of money. Yes. So I did actually fly up to Sydney and stay there for a couple nights. Riot also didn't pay for that, which would have been real nice, since that wasn't free. Was definitely not free. A few $100 per person total, but it was still cool. Definitely cool to go to Riot. And see all the behind the scenes stuff. There's one other thing which I'll quickly turn off the screen so I can try and pull it up. There's a few things that I'm pretty sure I can't talk about. Like there's one thing that I was given which they haven't released yet, publicly. So I don't know if I can talk about that either. I don't know how strict the NDA is. Like the language on it was really broad, so I'd rather be safe than sorry. If I can find this last picture, which I wanted to show you guys. I probably should have prepped this beforehand, huh? Oh, is that it? No? Maybe? No, that wasn't it. I can't, find it. Well, I'm bad. I legit can't find it. Hang on. Give me a sec. So that was the biggest tournament we've run ever. It was uni small across Australia and New Zealand. Technically, it was eligible, open to other like smaller places as well. Oh, here it is. I might have to open it on a new tab just so I don't show anything. There you go. The Riot had this in the bathroom. So that was like everything else in the bathroom was like just, you know, regular bathroom, nothing League themed or Riot themed, and then there's this just sitting there, just chilling. So that was pretty funny. It was kind of cool. But yeah, that was the Riot trip. We didn't really get much time to go like sightseeing or anything. I took the chance to meet up with an old friend of mine, actually a guy from back in my TF2 days. I don't know if anyone watching actually is from the TF2 times, but a guy from my old TF2 team. And that was super cool, because like I've been wanting to meet him and like a bunch of the other guys for ages. Unfortunately only he could make it, but it was still really cool to meet him. After like years of like pretty much not playing TF2 or anything like that, so yeah, the Sydney trip was cool. And you guys really seem to freaking like this Giphy Cat link which I made, which I don't really understand. I didn't think it was like front page stuff. I thought it was hilarious, like don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I didn't think it was like if you guys are gonna like give me like 2k upvotes, I'd really prefer if you did it on something that like, you know, actually gives me ad revenue or something rather than a random Giphy Cat link. But oh well, people liked it, so that's cool. And I got to answer heaps of questions too. As to what's next, oh yeah, I should probably mention I updated. Before I get to that, so the logging actually updated the way, and I'll just put this on screen real quick. They updated the way that stuff displays. So even just going back here, and like they haven't done it super well. Like it looks kind of good overall, but like it's sort of not comprehensive, or like not, it doesn't feel like it's fully finished. So like if you look at this, like 56 and 2, but if you click in, it's 37 and 2, and I have no idea why. Yeah, that only happened with the new format. And the text is all different, which I do kind of dislike, but not that strongly. It does make it easier to read, if nothing else. And like the core sections are still pretty similar. The layout for this change, and like this is, in my opinion, the best change out of all of that. The matchups, I'm not sure about. I kind of liked the old way the matchups were set out, to be honest. But the thing that really annoys me here is that the Aatrox one's a bad example, since I've actually tried to change that. But I use bold sections and like the heading formatting and stuff, and like it just doesn't apply in the new matchup section. But beyond that, the thing that annoyed me the most about all of this is that and I have to take it off screen for a sec, if I actually log in, and I think I got my password wrong. Just kidding, I didn't. If you actually log in, the format is the old format. So that was so confusing when I came back, and like I put in a bunch of changes for patch 5.8 and 5.9, and then like not everything. I still have a bunch to go on that, but then I thought like, yeah, I'm good, I'm done. I can go do, other stuff now after spending like 5 hours, 10 hours updating everything. And then I go to preview it, and like not all my formatting, but like major parts of my formatting are just broken and they're not working. So that wasn't fun, but I went through and fixed up all the big things I could find other than the matchups thing, because the matchups thing is kinda hard to change. Like, it still displays the old one here, so like if I go to the notes, it still has the bold sections and crap. By the way, if you load up a matchup and then you close it and you click don't save, you can't actually get out. Like if you click out, nothing happens. You have to press save. But that's been there since the start and they never fixed it. It's kind of annoying, but no big deal, I guess. The rest of the formatting is pretty good. But yeah, I have to fix up if I like load this up, logged out instance. Yeah, the matchups is just like broken. Cause like all the stuff that I've recommended to buy, it just doesn't appear because it doesn't support bold and doesn't support like heading text. Apparently, I looked at a few different guides to see if like maybe someone else had figured out how to get around that in the matchup section, but I didn't see any bold text. I saw people changing the colors of their text, and I saw them changing the size of their text. That's it. So I'm probably going to have to change the colors of the text here to make it like stand out. As you can see, the Aatrox thing, I tried white, but like it's nearly white already, so I'm going to have to figure out something else. I might just turn everything else like a really dark grey. That might work. But yeah, I'm still working on that. Builds as well, I want to update those because as per the Giphy Cat thing, which you all seem to love for some weird reason. I really like New Black Cleaver, and I really like Righteous Glory, but only after the old change went through, so only on 5.9. 5.8 I was like, yeah, they're alright, but 5.9 I really like them because you can stack the movement speed all together, and it works really well. And that kind of it changes runes and maybe masteries a little bit, and I still need to do like way more testing than I've currently done on them. So yeah, there's a lot of testing to do just to make sure I get the best that I can for you guys. Cause like even on the runes, if I can find not the runes there. Examining Olaf, reference section. Yeah, rune metrics. So like even on runes, like I did all this math. Not even runes, only seals, because like it was just too much to do all of them. So like I did all this math to find out like what combination of seals was the best, and like then I got these percentages at the end. And thanks to Freak for like inspiring this, by the way. Freak's pretty cool. And like this is the reason that I use the seals that I do, like because the numbers say that they're the best with the builds that I plugged into them, which is here. And like I'm not gonna probably repeat that for items since there's too much to cover, but like I do want to make sure my recommendation is a solid recommendation. I don't want it to be just, oh, I played one game and it felt good, so I'm gonna recommend it. No, I want it to be like, I played 5 games of this, then I did some theory crafting, and I changed my build to like this other thing, and I tried 5 games of that, and then that seemed okay, but it didn't do what I wanted it to do, so I tried this third thing, and that seemed to work really well, so I kept trying that, and I kept getting results on that. So like, I want it to be something like that, instead of just like a few games, which is all I've done so far. And I haven't even ranked since getting back from Sydney, and I've decayed really hard. I'm like freaking D3, it sucks. But at the same time, I honestly don't care that much, because I'll get back when I deserve it, and I actually play, because right now I'm just rusty, and I'm pretty sure I don't deserve D1, which is fair enough. My connection apparently got, for some reason, really bad while I was in Sydney, so I might not be ranking for a little while. Recently, like recently as in the last few days, since like it's been a week and a half since Sydney, so the last few days it seems to have improved a fair bit. It's not nearly as bad as it was, but I'm still randomly disconnecting now and then, which, you know, is kind of bad for ranked. So, dude, I don't know. My connection's historically just been really crap. So, fingers crossed I can get back to ranked and like try out all these different builds. That means spending this time in 3 crafting. Because like instead of this, I probably go Bork I'm still not sure about, but instead of Supersage I would probably go more of Malmortius, and then I would go Black Cleaver and Righteous Glory, and probably keep the Frozen Heart. And that way you can get 40% CDR, you have way more health than before, you do way more damage than before. It's also an extra item than before, so like it's not a straight 1-to-1 comparison, but it seems really strong. I've only played like, I don't know, 4 games, 5 games, something like that. And then I also looked up a bunch of other people's builds. I asked if a few different, well, I technically asked one and then got the opinions of other people because other people asked other people, and I looked at what they had replied with. But yeah, I've looked up a bunch of different Olaf players and like what they've done, and the general consensus does seem to be that Black Cleaver and Righteous Glory are both really solid items on them. Other than that, no one seems to agree on anything, which is the way it's pretty much always been on Olaf. Everyone agreed on Shirelius, everyone used to agree on Ghost, and that was about it. Well, I guess back in the day people used to agree on like Starks or Wriggles. No, never mind. I think people like complained about that too. Even Shirelius like wasn't universal consensus. Like I legit had people complain when I bought Shirelius because, oh, you're buying a support item. So yeah, there's lots of different ways to build Olaf, and I want to find out the really good ones, and then I want to like document all of them so like you guys can use them. But yeah, it's gonna take ages to actually get it done, and I have I have a lot to catch up on other stuff. There's not as much Rumia gaming work right now just because OCC's finished. That's the big tournament for now. We're already planning semester 2 stuff, but like planning stage is not as hectic as like the week leading up to it kind of thing. So I do have a bunch more time to be able to spend on the Olaf guide, and like actually playing Olaf games and trying stuff out, doing 3 crafting. I still need to watch MSI. I'm like in the middle of watching day 1 because I'm really far behind just day 1 VODs. So yeah, I have a lot to catch up on, but hopefully you guys get a sweet update to the guide soon, TM, maybe a week. I'm trying for the next few days, but realistically that means you should at least get it within a week, maybe 2. Maybe 2 for like 80% of what I want to do for now, and then a week for like over half of it. Let's say that. That seems like realistic. So yeah, thanks guys for sticking around. I still have no idea what I'm doing with Olaf, but I'm glad that like a more dive-centric playstyle is kind of coming back, and like right before I go, because it's 4 AM and I want to go and like not be talking in a vlog for the rest of the night. One of the big reasons I actually switched to this build with Exhaust was because if you went Ghost and you went, I don't know, like Yomu's and then something, some offensive build. I don't know what you build on Olaf these days, or those days. Like I never really looked into the offensive builds too heavily. Like I documented them and whatever, but like I never did extensive theory on them myself because I really wasn't that interested in them. Because in my experience, if you went that build and you tried to dive like you used to dive in Season 2 and Season 3, which is what we were all used to, I was used to it, and I know a lot of other people were as well, playing Olaf, you just died. You didn't kill anything and you died. And it really sucked. So what I did was I went to the drawing board, I picked up exhaust and switched to this build, and then I stopped diving, pretty much. With this build, if you dive late. You don't just run through everything and kill stuff like you used to be able to. Yeah. But with new Black Cleaver and Righteous Glory, in addition to the ult change in patch 5.9, I think, honestly, the dive into them really hard strategy is... I'm not sure if it's the best strategy. Like, before it was definitely the best strategy, definitely the best thing you could do with Olaf. But now... I don't know if it's the best, but it's definitely way better than it was. And, like, let's be real, when it works, it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun when it works, because, like, if you get the timing down, and you itemize correctly, and, like, you farm well, and whatever else, then you pick a target and they die, and that's it. There's not a lot they can do about it. Once you catch them. Catching them is a different matter, but once you catch them, you got it. So, yeah, that's why I switched to this build, and that's why I'm kind of pretty excited that all of these changes happening all at the same time kind of give me the old option back to just dive through and ignore everything to a degree, to a sensible degree. So yeah, that's Olaf for now. There's not really a whole lot else going on. Like, I don't know, I'm not like randomly doing anything in particular other than like Olaf guide and other random league stuff and Rumia gaming. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. I'll catch you guys later. Sorry it's kind of been rambly and long, but there's been a lot to talk about since I haven't... There's just been a lot to talk about. So, catch you guys another time. Thanks for watching. Peace out.